Tuned into the New Old Heads podcast, premiered every Thursday at noon at bringingdowntheband.com and brought to you by No Bad Ideas, Coleman Dental, Printfinity, and Team Backpack. Support the New Old Heads by visiting our Patreon at patreon.com/newoldheads.
Episode 99, New Old Heads podcast. I am Major 7th. I make beats. I got the hard job to prove it. I do want that smoke. Lonegevity is in the building with a freshly loaded chalice. How are you, sir?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Are you choking? You all right?
No, I'm just sitting like this, you know.
Okay. Thought you had a neck beard or something like Andrew Luck. I didn't know what you was doing over there. You know you got one. His is trash. We'll talk about that now. I fool with Andrew Luck, though. In the corner, fresh to death. Now, that is a nice retro 1999 NBA playoffs original Indiana Pacers shirt, DJ Jay Diff.
Salutations.
I like that right there. Where'd you purchase that, sir?
I actually got this from Naptown Thrift. Shout out to the homie AA.
Okay.
They just opened the shop this past week.
Yeah, I need to check him out, man. That's actually from what I saw online, looks like he's got some stuff from our childhood in there. You know what I'm saying?
I got a
lot of
Boom
retro
Baby
stuff.
Pacer joint too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shout out to Slick Leonard.
Slick
They
Leonard.
might not know who that is.
Nah, that's old school reference.
Yeah, shout out to Slick.
Indeed.
Jay Moore is in the building. Mr. Wavy, light-skinned girls be loving me now. He has worked on his conditioning, and I am pretty much to the point now where I won't be able to talk about it anymore. I saw some variation.
Once again, my conditioning is never the issue.
I saw a couple different things, so I applaud your efforts, my brother.
It's like Groundhog Day, damn near. He sees the same different thing.
I mean, you know, I give credit when it's due, man. And
Oh, is that what you're doing?
He's making progress. I will say that. Episode 99. I don't have anything. I mean, that shirt is fresh enough just to call it the
Wasn't
Terry
No
shirt.
Old Heads. Episode 99.
Mm-hmm.
I say
wasn't Warren Sapp 99?
he was.
Yeah.
Shout out to Warren Sapp. Great player.
Yeah, he's had some trouble after the league though.
Yeah, he ran into
Yeah.
some issues.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything.
New Old Heads for the 99 and 2000.
Yeah, there
I
you
like
go.
that. New Old Heads for the 99 and 2000.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's fresh right there.
Yeah.
That'll
Warren
work.
Sapp. He was out there starting trouble and shit though, wasn't he?
Huh?
Yeah, I mean, but
was
you
he
know,
broke or I thought he lost all his
'cause
paper?
he wound up like having a Super Bowl ring, and unfortunately, he also out here messing with ladies of the night during Super Bowl week.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do that. And trying to just
Ladies of the night though.
yeah, trying to say, hey, I'm Warren Sapp, and the ladies don't take that as payment. They don't care about your Hall of Fame status.
Yeah.
They want that money.
Was they out there on the corner?
I mean, I think they was at like a Denny's or something, but you know, it was Super Bowl
Oh,
week,
they
so
was
you know
some
they
sophisticated whores.
yeah. Well, you know, I mean, I wasn't gonna put it out there like that,
Hey,
but you
call
know,
it
I
what
mean,
it
if you are the kind that would get down with an NFL player or former NFL player, I suppose that's how that works in that world.
I mean, he wanted him a little tail to go with that Grand Slam.
Well, yeah, we shouldn't even brought that up. No, but yeah, shout out to Warren Sapp. If you listening, we love you.
And moving on.
Yes.
Yo, that's classic right there, man. Good work right there, young man. I laughed.
You laughed.
I laughed. All right, so
Thanks
Air
for telling
quotes.
us.
yeah,
Air quotes.
I definitely laughed. So let's jump back into. Actually, we talked about the gentleman that got shot in Dallas last week, but something else has happened, and I wasn't aware until actually Jay Moore put me on game. This is per CNN. It says a group of peaceful protesters known as the Dallas Nine were arrested on Sunday while protesting the police shootings of John, I believe is how you said, and O'Shea Terry. O'Shea Terry, for the record, was a gentleman that was fatally shot by the Arlington Police Department. He's 24 years old. That was back on September 1st. So this was for both of them. It says the deaths of John and Terry have caused outrage against police brutality over the past weeks. On Sunday, about 100 peaceful protesters held a procession with two coffins representing the two men, ending at the entrance of the AT&T Stadium where the Dallas Cowboys were playing against the New York Giants. Besides being highly visible, the location was chosen to send a message to the owner of the Cowboys, Jerry Jones, who has been a loud person against the NFL in terms of players protesting, kneeling, blah, 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 blah. We know all that. So these people actually were out there, and 9 of them got arrested. And Jay Moore brought up a good point about the police officer who got bail. I think it was for $300,000. and she was out, and they're still in jail as of Sunday. The 9 people that were
Talking about the police officer that
Yeah,
shot the
that
young
shot the
man
young
and
man.
at his house.
$300,000 bail, and the Jerry Jones angle. We always talk about the NFL. We've pretty much that's to beat the dead horse at this point. We all have our opinion about it. We know where everyone stands on that in terms of us here. But it's just sad that those people are still in jail while they're trying to figure out what actually went on, and a young man is dead, and especially the young man that was shot also in the car. And I hate to say it, but here we go again.
Well, I mean, the thing is, when you saw the officer that murdered the man in the young man, I can say that because I'm old enough to call him young man, in his own apartment.
Yep.
She was in and out. I keep it real. There have been times where I did not pay my traffic fines, and I wound up finding myself in the throes of state property, if you will.
I see what you did there. Great group.
MCL cafeteria.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, I'm just going to let you know that there's no just in and out, unless you're getting special treatment. So, as someone who knows how the system is supposed to work, no one is supposed to be able to, for her to automatically have her bail set, and she doesn't even, get a chance to get the bologna sandwich that they serve you in jail because she's in and out like that. That's already
thick ass bologna.
That's already special treatment.
It ain't had a red around it, did it?
No, it's thicking them up.
Yeah,
Thicking them up,
it's
okay.
all bad. It's all bad.
There's a difference.
But the thing is, but when I see, okay, what they're being held on, unless they had other warrants, they should have been out. It should have been like no longer than the processing probably takes, between 12 to 24 hours. Like, that's just what it is. Like, so if they got arrested on Sunday, there's absolutely no reason for them to be, as we're taping now on Tuesday, still locked up.
Yeah, they should have got OR'd out at least within 12 hours.
Yeah,
There you
because
go.
when you're
There you
talking
go.
about, if you have no other outstanding warrants, if you have and for probably, this is probably a C misdemeanor, of I don't even know what they were charged with properly, or even if they have been charged, because like if they haven't been charged yet, for them to be held is really out of line. But the thing is, we've seen, especially in the system, that held 𝐀𝐿𝐓 Browder for 3 years on Rikers Island, charges aren't really that important. Like, if the prosecutor and the powers that be just want to hold people to make an example of them, because trust me, like, these people, they have jobs, and their jobs don't care anything about them protesting. So
These will be days missed.
they probably thought, okay, we'll go, even if we are arrested, be in 12 to 24 hours. Now it's getting to the point where, okay, this is turned into something else. This is intimidation. This is to put the word out on anyone else who wants to, because let's just be real about what it was when they were protesting, because they were blocking traffic, I believe was part of the story. And so when you start to do things like that, that makes the city fathers, if you will, angry. And on top of that, they protested at a Dallas Cowboys game.
And that was going to be my question. I want to come to you, Terry, because we already know, everybody knows where we at. But is Jerry Jones, because they mentioned Jerry Jones, this was something kind of like a shot at him, a subliminal at him, had it at the stadium. We all know where Jerry World is and what pops there. I wonder if Jerry's going to duck this one and try to stay out of the way of this one. What do you think? Like, is Jerry is he going to stay in the cut and try to avoid this one? Because this is blatant. This is on your doorstep.
He honestly doesn't have to say anything.
That's true.
You know what I'm
That's true.
saying? I mean, he owns the Dallas Cowboys. It
He
happened in Dallas. The Cowboys are America's team.
Yep.
Even though they haven't won shit,
In a long time.
they're still America's team, so to speak. But he doesn't have to say anything. I mean, the NFL, obviously, they don't have to say anything about nothing. So
Yeah, I hadn't. Yeah,
I don't.
true.
I don't see why he would have to say anything about this.
Yeah, I'm with you. Lone, do you have any take on this? Anything move you other than what we've already said, or any different angle?
I posed the question last week if this was a form of police brutality, the murder of Botham, and then so the further we look at this, now that we have protesters of that, and we find out, now I don't know, do we mention the fact that the networks and media has turned everything into he had weed on this table.
Yeah, which I'm not surprised.
So the police department can't reveal any facts about the case, but they can reveal the fact that he had marijuana on his.
And that's definitely irrelevant to the actual situation.
And the fact that they searched his apartment, the victim, and they didn't search her apartment. They didn't, there's a reason they call that show The First 48. Is because, if you don't solve it or you don't get a break in the case within 48 hours, the chances of you solving almost any major crime it pretty much isn't going to happen unless somebody just walks into the police station and starts telling on people.
I mean, it's not fresh. There's no fresh evidence out there.
So
that's
it's
the reason why that time is
so
crucial.
That's why I'm like, we know he had basically a paperclip's worth of weed in his house, which honestly I think I'm a conspiracy theorist due to a certain extent. I think the police put that there so they could put it out there. I don't believe, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
He could
have had a whole couch made of heroin, and it wouldn't have mattered because he wasn't supposed.
And that's
somebody who wasn't supposed to be there walked in his house and shot him dead.
Yeah,
would you say
jump
in there?
That's just common. That's what they do. They always try to criminalize the victims in the cases,
especially when it's police related,
right?
And especially if they're black.
Like, for example, when remember the gorilla in Ohio,
Harambe.
Yeah.
So they started investigating the background of that child's dad and was saying, well, his dad was this, that, and other. What the hell does that have to do with the kid falling in a pit with a gorilla?
The paperclip of weed to me is just it's an alternate form of the random photo that they find with the kid that has something that looks bad. Like, how they try to find a photo or something that randomly pops up.
They want to paint the narrative.
It's the exact same thing
to make it pretty much the other party's fault.
And that's totally irrelevant to.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's totally irrelevant to the situation.
This isn't new.
Right.
And I'm sure many of us here, if not all of us, have seen Dave Chappelle's "Killing Me Softly" skit.
Right.
Yes.
Where he's got the sprinkle some crack and get out of here.
Yeah. Look at this.
So,
I've seen this. He hung up pictures of his family in his house and sprinkled some crack on him. Like,
That's
and
real.
the thing is, that joke was 18 years ago.
Yeah.
I remember watching that and
crying, laughing.
Hilarious.
And you know why? Because we sometimes we laugh to keep from crying because that's how real that is. Because for some people it is a joke, but we're looking at it happen in real time, and no one wants to talk about how basically she's changed her story over and over.
Yeah.
And there's all this physical, he had a red doormat out in front of his house to make sure, hey, this is specific to my house, since all these units look the same and they're all, and people could get confused, or I could get confused. But there are people who are saying, wait a minute, no, we heard her banging. The door was not ajar. And then you see videos like those doors just can't stand open. I
thought that was a great point too.
Her whole story has been changed, but it's almost like, look, we'll hurry up and get her processed, get her in and out. And it's almost like they have script writers and people was like, okay, we got to come up with a story, because it doesn't matter how incompetent a policeman is. That's the thing. They circle the wagons, and they're going they'll never throw one of their own.
Nope.
And say,
police officers not doing
never.
that.
I've never understood. It's not like where there's this mentality where we cannot. There are these people who tarnish the badge, and we can't get rid of them.
They have their back 100% of the time. They'll do anything to set the narrative. They'll do anything. They'll find anything necessary in order to fit the narrative, so that the officer will come out looking not as violent or not as whatever.
And this is why
this
is why we say fuck the police.
This is a good example of
1, 2, 3.
Fuck the police. Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah, I mean, because
but this is why. This is why people are like, well, what you see those sides of the arguments. Well, why are people so angry at the police? Why?
It's not a blanket thing. I want to clean it up a little bit.
Yeah,
here.
go ahead, please.
It's
do.
like when my house
not a
got broken
blanket-
into, who did I call? The police.
Yeah, it's not a blanket statement, but
when people say stuff like that, it's not like a blanket. Yeah, like you said, it's not saying fuck every single police officer in the history of the world. It's saying this type of system that nobody stands up against, even the police officers. A lot of times,
even good police officers won't say that's wrong.
That's my point.
How could she be that stupid?
That's my point.
Yeah.
You know, and instead of saying this person really screwed up, this person doesn't deserve it, this person is too incompetent to be a police officer, they're like, he had some weed in his house.
I can't count on one hand. I probably can't count on a finger how many times I've actually, we've seen a police officer come out and be like, yeah, you know what? That was some bull. Like, we got to make sure this person's taken off the force, blah, 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 blah. We have to do
That's
X,
what
Y, Z.
happens, though.
Well, I mean,
we've seen that happen.
We've in terms of
I've
calling one of their
it's a fraternity.
It is.
You know
That's
what
I'm saying.
So that's not going to happen, so to speak.
Right.
Just like there are police officers out here that believe in Black Lives Matter and kneeling, like as far as Colin Kaepernick is doing, but they're not on the
they're not
you know what I'm saying? They're not on the front line. So
being
you have
vocal about it.
These police unions are the ones who usually speak, and they're the ones who are like, we're not going to buy any more Nikes. And like when the Jets reached out to them for something for the first responders and in a day honoring the police, they said they didn't want to do it because of the protests. Nobody on the Jets even protested.
Yeah.
This is something they've made. Like, instead of having a conversation and saying, hey, maybe if these people are speaking like this, what could we do? But no one wants to have that conversation because that would involve actual leadership.
Yeah.
And
at the end of the day, at the end of the day, as far as the protests, though, in Dallas, Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott will say something before any member of the Dallas Cowboys do.
I believe
ended up being on some dumb shit.
I believe that 100%. Actually, I'm kind of looking to see when that's going to going to pop off. So
right.
I mean, and even when I brought up how, you know, when my house was broken into, who did I call? The police. But you know what I made sure to say? I made sure to say the assailants are no longer here, and I'm leaving my door open for when the police arrive because I didn't want there to be any confusion.
Shit, I would be standing on my porch.
Yeah.
Outside waiting on y'all to pull up.
Because I was like, first of all, I've already been robbed, so I might as well just leave the door open. And I didn't want there to be, because it wasn't that, it was maybe a month before that where the police had showed up to, you know, an attempted carjacking. Guy walks out of the garage. They think he's the carjacker. He's actually the homeowner, and they wind up shooting him. So I didn't want like that. But those are the things, honestly, as a black person in America, that go through your head, even when you're calling the police to help you.
I'm with Terry on that. We wouldn't even, to his point about making a phone call, and to your point about being outside, we wouldn't even had that problem. I'd have been outside on the porch, patiently waiting for y'all to show up. So, hey, it is what it is. I'm sure this will resurface. Let's go ahead and get into some music. Shout out to north, south, east, west, adjacent. What were we calling the suburbs?
The county seat.
The county seat.
Of Memphis.
Shout out to Memphis. We love y'all down there. Did I miss anything else?
The unincorporated
Orange
townships.
Say again?
Orange Mountain.
Orange Mountain. What'd you say, Jim Moore?
The unincorporated townships, perhaps.
Unincorporated townships. We love all y'all. So, we talked about Marshall and Machine Gun Kelly. We talked about that. There's been a response. Killshot. Everybody heard it for the record, right?
Yes.
We all heard that. The joint was about 4 minutes long, man. Like, I didn't know he's gonna have to do that much to get his point across, but apparently he did. Initial thoughts, Jay Diff. I'm coming to you because I think you were in a group that we were talking about. I think you gave it the grits, like it's cool, but it wasn't the actual kill shot. Am I wrong when I say that, or was that your initial reaction?
All right, so this is why I initially don't ever just give a review. Like, a lot of people, as soon as stuff dropped, they'll be like, oh, it's this, that, and the other. So I posted it, but I just put uh-oh. You know what I'm saying? I think you do the same thing from time to time.
Yeah.
The first listen, it was okay. But you have to kind of peel back the layers in that song.
Plenty of layers.
So second listen, I was like, all right. Third listen, I'm like, damn, he's really getting at him, because it's light though. It's like he wasn't really mad.
Yeah.
It's almost like I'm gonna just jab at you a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna poke the bear. Well, I wouldn't necessarily call him a bear, but
he's definitely not a bear.
I'm gonna just poke at dude. You know what I'm saying? Kind of test the temperature out here, and it's so funny to see everybody's responses based off of the first listen initially. Because I mean, I was guilty. Like I said, at first I was like, it's all right. You know, I don't think it's a kill shot, but I thought that it would at least even them out. But the more I listened to it, the more I kind of think that M probably really bodied him.
And I I posted initially. I didn't want to jump all the way out the window, but I had listened to it maybe 3 or 4 times before I initially made a post, and I said it was probably 75% M to me on this. I don't even think he went as hard as he probably could have gone. That's just my opinion.
No, I don't think so. Either.
I think he just kind of put something together real quick. Lone always talks about the rhyming words. Well, we all talk about that. But as I continued to your point, I kept peeling back the layers. Like, okay, I see what he did here. I see what he did there. More stuff was popping up that other people started noticing. Like, there's a movie called Killshot, and one of the main characters that's involved has Machine Gun Kelly's first name as government name. There was a joint with the picture I showed you with when he talks about he be gone, ghost like Swayze, who died on September 14th.
Same day the song dropped.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's little stuff like that to me that makes me go back and be like, oh, okay, this really is cold because it's the subtleties. Yeah. It's the little things in there. It's the bars. Yeah. To me, that's
Ghost, like the movie.
Yes.
Double entendre.
Actor was Patrick Swayze.
Yes.
Who literally died
entendre, actually.
On September 14th.
Who died on the same date that Killshot was released.
Yes.
Triple entendre.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
that is a bar.
That is a bar.
That's a serious bar.
That's a serious
bar. That's a dagger. That's a kill shot right there, honestly.
Because then you also have to link Ghost, the fact that he was dead in the movie.
Facts.
With it's
that's
to me, that's
silly,
cold.
Bro.
To me, and I've had this.
You brought that to my attention, actually. And when I seen that, I was like, oh, shit. I actually posted dude from The Wire. Remember his reaction?
When he was like,
Weebay.
Yeah. To me, that's cold. Like, that's creative as hell. And I've been flooded on my timeline with people that never pay attention to lyrics, never care about anything involved with rap or bars or anything. And now everybody's coming after Eminem like, oh, man, it ain't that good.
Well, Machine Gun Kelly, I think what it is Machine Gun Kelly made it an actual song.
Yeah.
So it has a hook, and he's rapping, and this hook, then he's rapping. And people were so in love with the idea of something that they can ride around, and it might possibly be on the radio, and they can keep dissecting it like that because it's like a pop response. And it was good, don't get me wrong.
I actually owe him an apology because I was off it when we got together.
Nah, he went off on that.
But after I went back and I listened again, and I was like, you know what? This really isn't that bad. Like, it's put to Lone's point. Lone made the point last week about the structure. You just hit it on the structure, the hook format and everything. And I was like, you know what? I laughed at a couple of things, and I went back, and I'm like, yo, this is solid. Like, I played him. Like, I have to apologize to him on that one because it was a little bit better.
Just a different style of disc.
Yeah. It wasn't trash. It wasn't trash. But after I kept peeling back layers on M, I'm like, just go ahead and take your buzz, bro, and get you some merch out there. Do what you got to do. But I don't think it's necessary to do anything else. Jay Moore, jump in.
You know what? I want to shout out JoJo Pellegrino. A lot of people don't remember JoJo Pellegrino, but he put out a joint. Addressing all of this, and I guess Y'all look up JoJo Pellegrino.
He sound like he should be in a Denzel Washington movie.
No, but
Spike Lee joint or something.
The thing is with M, like, while I thought it was honestly, I liked it as much as anything that was on his latest record, because I didn't feel like he went into what's the guy that. Like, I'm angry, but I'm like that. I felt like he wasn't.
Nanza Panza.
Yeah, I felt like he wasn't nuts.
That's funny, by the way. Whoever
because
did that.
he was focused. He's like, okay, there is my target. Let's go for broke here.
And he was calm about it.
Yeah,
Facts.
yeah. And so, like, I enjoy the back and forth. Like, I know some people think it's negative energy. I don't think that these guys are going to wind up fighting each other, or shooting each other. That's always the where you hope it doesn't go. But they're nice little rap records. and you know, they're good. You know, it's good to have it's good for us for to have something to talk about. You know,
Let's talk about it.
Yeah,
That's
so
the name of the
you know,
song.
to kind of go back and forth, talk about. I mean, because this is part of the culture. You know, the back and forth. Like, you know, everyone's stopped being so buddy with each other. Like,
I mean, even before rap was being recorded and sold to the masses,
this is
it was
what
always
it was.
a back and forth. You say your best rhyme, I'm gonna say my best rhyme. Back, you know what I'm saying? And it,
you know,
it may not have been I'm talking about 𝗀𝗲. This time I'm just talking about how good I am.
right.
The next one I might be talking about your shoes, your clothes, your mom. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. It's the essence of the battle. And like you had mentioned before, the game is so gluten free now.
Right.
It's like people are afraid
Put a pin
of the
in
battle.
gluten-free.
And people, it's like everybody's sensitive, and I think that's why I got on Spoolz. I mean, that's my guy, because he kept
all good.
pinpointing. Well, why did he talk about him, or why did I don't see why he talked about him. I'm like, I don't give a shit who he talks about. You know what I'm saying? Bait whoever you want to bait. If somebody decides to say something, so be it. I mean, that's the essence of what we're in right now, as far as I'm concerned, right?
If you're gonna do a diss record and you bait people, M is one of those people that clearly is going to do that and stand on it. So he stood on it. He put it out.
And my whole thing is this: do records. Like I said, talking about this whole gluten-free hip hop age we're in right now. Everybody wants to
crazy
get on and do like Instagram posts and clap back in Instagram. I was like, this is not what we got into the game
what
to
it
do.
is.
You know, but at the same time, like I couldn't see if somebody dissed Lil Yachty, I couldn't see him like, okay, I'm gonna give you 3 verses of this fire. Like because that's not really where they come from.
No,
as far as the culture is concerned.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
So
I feel that way a lot.
Straight up.
So it's like, you know, how I couldn't see Yachty doing like a slow roll diss on somebody. It's 3 or 4
slow roll,
3 or 4 like, you know, words over and over, and you know, it's just not that. Like, you know, I'm just tired of this era where you can insult somebody's ability to rap and they don't say anything back. They're like, "Well, I get money though." I was like, "That's not a response."
That's the same. That's the
says
same
that you
thing
can't
about
rap.
the whole everybody shooting and killing because they can't fight.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But as far as hip hop is concerned, I mean, I'm cool on the whole era of buying music and shit at Trader Joe's. I came up in an area where you had to go to the actual record store because they weren't selling it at the main spots. You had to go to a neighborhood record store to get some real hip hop shit. You know what I'm saying?
There's a record store that used to be was back here off of Keystone.
That's Rockin' Billy's.
Is that what it was?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I bought the minstrel show there. I remember actually it wasn't in Anderson, it wasn't wherever I was living. I was home. I said, all right, so I'm about to go to Napa and see if I can find the minstrel show. And I remember being hyped, going into the store and being like, oh, they got it on the rack.
Was that at 38th and Keystone?
No, it wasn't 38th
It was,
and Keystone.
I can't think the crossing road. I don't
Mhm.
want to say the wrong thing.
Might be 46 in Keystone.
Because it's
okay.
abandoned now, but
Yeah.
That's right around the corner then.
Yeah.
yes, sir. And I remember going there and being hyped. They had it. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
by R&R Wings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just remember to his point, like going to the spot to actually go cop and being excited and, you know what I'm saying, seeing the wax in there, seeing cassettes and seeing whatever. So
I had a neighborhood record store called IRC.
nice.
It's right off of 38th in Irvington.
Okay.
It's no longer there, but back in the day, I mean, everybody would come through there. So if the Ghetto Boys were here, they would pop up at the record store. The parking lot would be fat. Luke would pull up there in his tour bus.
Oh, that's
Chicks
crazy.
would get off the bus. It would be nuts, man. Like, yeah.
All we had was a Music Land in the
Music
mall.
Land.
We had a Karma Records.
And a Karma Records, yeah.
I went to Karma.
I went to Karma too. They had they used to burn nice incense in there. Shout out to 𝗏𝗏𝗏.
They kept the flavors.
Yeah.
That was my baseball team growing up. My little league team was Karma Records.
Shout out to
Oh,
Karma.
wow.
What's
Back-
the name?
Back when I had big spectacles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I knew Lone back then.
Third grade, like mad gray.
all the way
thick,
down to like
thick
his
gray.
yeah.
I looked like a child serial killer.
There was another record store though. It actually
This is
ended
true.
up on the mixtape documentary
Here?
here.
Yeah.
It was one of the main record. I can't remember
Shout out to
You got me
shout
on
out
that
to,
DJ Drama. Is that when that stuff happened?
Yeah. Shout
Can't
out
remember his
to
name.
Norman Reed, aka DJ Mellow Mix. He was all up in that. That was a good look.
I mean, because Nap was eating good off the mixtape game.
Yeah,
Word.
I remember because look, I was eating good off the mixtape game. I remember I paid for my books one semester just off the
Rockin'
selling
Billy's, I
mixtapes.
think. No,
Is
not
that-
Rockin'
no.
Billy's. We already said that. What is it?
Because DJ World had a record store.
I thought it was Rockin' Billy's though.
Nah,
Maybe
it wasn't
I was
Rockin'
wrong.
Billy's.
That's what I said.
I have to go back.
It
and
was
look at that.
another record store, man. I can't remember the name of it.
But
Well,
I'll just remember this. I remember this happening to where because when I was in St. Louis at the time and Indianapolis record stores got raided.
Berries.
is that it?
Indianapolis record stores got raided, and basically what we would do is we would sell. I'll break it down a little bit. We would sell these mixtapes on consignment, okay? And they'd be like, "Well, how much do you want to sell this for?" I was selling my mixtapes for $12.99, okay? I would get $10 of that $12.99. It was a better deal than if you were actually an artist.
That's a good percent. That's a good percentage.
And so
That's a stupid percentage.
and what I would do
That's a Master P deal.
is I would give the record store, it was Vintage Vinyl, and I would give them a copy, and I said, hey, you guys can play this in the store if you want, and they'd be like, whatever. They played it in the store one Saturday, and they sold, they're like, we'll only take 5. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought I was going to go in there and just drop off a whole bunch of mixtapes. They played it over the speaker Saturday. They sold all 5 that day. So it was like, okay, you can bring in some more. And the thing is, they would just pay you out in cash. And
That's the best deal in America.
oh my goodness! But I remember as soon as it got rated up here, the dude who handled consignment, he was like, "Y'all got to come get all this stuff out of here because we're not going to be next."
Game set.
Because that was the
Match.
FBI and
Yeah, they was striking
were-
the hammer down back then.
yeah. I mean, there were some people who were doing it foul. There was one dude I remember. He would just put all the slide records on a CD and put
Shout out
his
to
own
Slide Records.
put his own
Yeah,
little
it
cover
would.
on. Like
Yeah.
I actually put
Those are
out
big, though.
a mixed tape.
Nah, it was a lot of people putting out mixes that were just songs. There were some people stealing DJs' mixes.
Their
and putting
entire
their
mix
name
and
on
putting it on there?
putting their name
Oh,
on it.
that's
Oh yeah,
dirty.
you'd hear other people's
That's
tags on
dirty.
stuff. I was like, yo, this is foul.
Lone, I missed you on Killshot. I know you probably don't. We talked about this. But
No, I'm Killshot.
pros, cons, anything?
Well,
No
it was a
pressure.
good song. No, it was good. It was a good diss track. I listened to it a couple times, and I thought, well, this is good. And then I moved on from. I'm not a huge fan of diss records, man. It doesn't do much for me. Like the back and forth doesn't.
That's
I
true. As
thought-
long as
I-
I've known you, that's true.
I thought MGK's was good. I thought Eminem's was good. They both brought bars. I listened to a Joel Ortiz and Royce the 5'9" track that had just as many bars on them in a different manner.
Mm-hmm.
I love
That came out in the last 2 or 3 days. That was good too. You know what I mean? Like,
I see.
Like,
Speaking
we're
of
listen-
Royce 5'9",
Hey, Royce, he said he's gonna light somebody up like a jack-o'-lantern if they had anything to say. And somebody
Yeah, we'll
disappeared
see.
from Twitter, Mr. J Electronica, after coming out and having some woke speech about Eminem. And I didn't even read the comments, so I'm not gonna front like I did. I just got the gist of it based off what I saw on Facebook. But I know he's disappeared now. And I really didn't care if he put anything on Twitter anyway, because to me, when I hear Jay Electronica, if it's not about him putting an album out, I really don't care.
Yeah.
Like, nothing excites me about the possibility of Jay Electronica woking Eminem to death. I don't care about that.
Woken.
I don't want to hear him woke Eminem to death. So just put the album out and do what you're supposed to do, because this dude is beyond overhyped at this point. Like, this is way worse than Detox. Like, are you ever going to put anything else out?
who
No.
cares?
I don't anymore. What I'm saying is,
I'm
like,
over it now. I'm just
It's just-
resigned
That's
to the
why-
fact that we're never going to get a Jay Electronica album. And now, even
I don't
if it came
care.
out, I don't know if I'd care.
I haven't cared for like 6 years.
Yeah,
I stopped
I
caring.
mean, it's
And
No,
that
he
add
right, though.
insult to
He
injury.
got- he right.
To add insult to injury too. He put out a track that was old on Tidal like 2 days ago.
That's exactly why I be frustrated, man. Like, what are you doing,
But you know, he's
man?
been playing
So
that
here's the
record for
problem.
6 years.
here's the problem,
And
Mike.
that's
You're
all
too
that was new.
invested. You're too.
And do I care too much?
You care too much.
I care too much then. I'm sorry. I'm gonna
Because
stop
he can
caring.
actually rap, and you're
I want that. I'm
and you're
biased.
old.
I'm old.
and
Yeah,
you're
I'm
getting
old.
older.
I am getting older.
Damn.
You're getting older.
Yeah.
And your comments are getting pretty old as well.
Well, you know, man,
That
I'm
funk
just,
flex is setting in.
I feel like you know, you're letting the mumble rap get to you a little bit too much.
nah, I don't listen to it enough for it to bother me that much.
Joe Budden at the
I think you're
window.
lying right now,
I really don't listen to it.
but you have lots to say about it.
Well, I don't listen to it. Like
You
I
have
definitely
lots
don't
to
listen
say
to it.
about it though.
When people bring it up, I definitely will discuss it.
See, but
I
I won't. So
I'll
I guess,
discuss it.
So I guess that means that I'm not as old as you.
Yeah, I'll discuss it. Like I don't want to be the person that shuts it off completely, but I've done.
But you'll still troll it though.
Oh, if it's trash, I will definitely.
Yeah.
But if it's good, to the point about MGK, I came back around and circled back and was like, "Yo."
So did you just
did
say
his
that
thing.
MGK was a mumble rapper?
M did, but he doesn't follow.
From what I've heard, he got mumble rap tendencies, but
Does
he can
he?
rap better
Where?
than that.
No.
I've heard a couple joints.
Where
where,
though?
I've heard a couple
Nah.
joints that weren't lyrically over or amazing lyrically to me.
He's actually been out
Well, I thi-
before the mumble rap era.
Do we need to define what mumble rap is?
Perhaps
Might-
that's perhaps
because,
we
I
do.
mean,
Just rap that's easy
what
to
he talk-
dismiss.
He
That's
says
all it
stuff
is
maybe
when we
that's
say
cohesive.
I'm
You
putting
can
it in
tell
that
what
group.
he's
Maybe
saying.
that's what it is. Okay.
You can tell
Maybe
what
that's
he's
it
saying.
is.
He had a song with Waka Flocka, who would be considered a mumble rapper before MGK would, I think.
That's fair.
And
Yeah,
you
But I
can
wouldn't even
understand
put
what
him- I
Waka
wouldn't put him
Flocka
in
is
that
talking
category.
about.
That's
So
fair.
that's not really mumbling.
He said before
Maybe-
MGK.
Maybe
though.
I'm
Yeah.
lumping him in with that. That's
Yeah.
to Jay Moore's point. Okay, so that's cool. I mean, I remember him from the Cavs championship parade. That's probably
MGK
last
can
time I saw
rap.
him.
Like
Yeah,
he
he
can rap.
can.
Like it's almost insulting to compare him to like
some of those. Some
to
of that.
somebody that mumbles. It's
That's
actually
fair.
it
Okay.
is
That's
insulting.
fair.
I
I'll
think.
stand corrected on that. That's fine.
But like even when M called him, I was like, he's not a mumble rapper.
Nah, he's not.
He's not at all. He's just
He's a rapper.
he's a rapper. You know, mumble to me is when you're not saying words, right? Is that?
Yeah.
That would be a good
That's
definition
what
of mumbling.
classifies mumbling.
Right.
I don't think he does that. So
I don't
Fair
think he
enough.
does
I
either.
apologize, MGK. Get your money, brother.
But
Get
I've
your
seen,
money.
but I've seen that a lot though. Like Eminem brought it up. A lot of you know, the Joe Buddens. People keep talking about the mumble rap era, but I feel like not all these people are actually
Actual
mumbling.
mumble rappers.
No,
Yeah.
they're just not
Migos
as
aren't
lyrical.
mumble rappers.
Huh?
Migos aren't really mumble rappers.
They're on the fence.
They're
Yeah, they're on the
They're on the
fence.
bubble now, but I wouldn't call them. You're right. I wouldn't call them mumble.
I don't know.
They got mumble moments.
Mumble moments.
When we call it that, they have mumble
Mumble
tendencies.
like
perhaps?
the difference to me from Amigos as compared to an MGK is that MGK actually has words
Yeah, bitch.
and
yeah,
a lot
bitch.
of words.
Okay.
That's
Those are
MGK.
ad libs.
Get it off your chest. Go ahead.
That's MGK.
Okay.
Ad libs though.
Yeah.
And then Migos says, "Yeah, mama." But even their cadences are just like sometimes not really sure if they're saying words. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Tendencies. It's all good.
Blake got kicked out of MGK's tour. He opened up for him.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
shout out to
He
Blake
stood on
Ali.
Yeah,
his,
shout
he
out to
stood on
Blake.
his speaker.
Stood on his little stool.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was a
That got him sent to the crib?
that
Yeah.
was an epic moment in
That
Naptown
sucks.
History.
hip hop history.
I was there for it.
Yeah.
No. Oh word.
I was standing
recording
next to his dad.
Oh, that's
I
whack.
was on stage recording it.
Actually, I like Blake. He's cool. That's whack.
Shouts to Blake. I was standing next to his dad, and I said, "Well, I guess I'll pack his stuff up."
Way to be a friend, Lone.
But MGK went nuts that night though. That's the reason
Word.
why I brought it up.
Dope performer.
Yeah, he did. Good.
Word. Well, that's what's
He
up,
brought
man.
up some questionable young ladies on the stage.
That's
Well, you
true.
know, I try to stay out of
Yeah,
grown folks' business, but
Mm.
he
Hence
if
the
I,
Haley comment.
I don't know. Sometimes maybe you shouldn't.
right, if I'm him, I capitalize on this. I try to get my merch. I try to get a bag. I try to perform. I try to do whatever I can. I heard he's dropping an EP. I wish him well. I hope he capitalizes off everything because that mug might not last that long. So good luck, kid, with that. All right, so
See, now you're doing it again.
what?
You acting like MGK doesn't have a following.
So did you guys think he was charting or had a following prior to this? I'm just asking. I'm not trolling. I'm
No,
just asking.
no. I mean,
I
like,
don't know
We
anything.
just don't. It's not. We don't pay attention to.
Okay,
it. Like,
maybe
he's
that's
just
what it
he's
is.
out of. In a way, he's out of our demographic.
I don't listen to MG. I don't listen
he
to
has-
MGK, but I know the Migos are charting.
MGK had just as many Instagram followers when
Okay.
Mac Miller died as Mac Miller.
Oh, I didn't know that. All right.
I'm just saying, just for comparison.
He's not on stadium tours like Mac
No,
Miller,
he's not. But as far as his following,
yeah.
it is
like the
that
people
big.
who F
That's
with
what's up
him,
then.
F with him heavy.
That's what's up then.
None of us do, but he does have that.
Yeah.
And this
Hey,
is what's
that's
going to
what's
happen with this back and forth with Eminem. People that don't usually check for him are going to listen to it just to see if he has something to say about Eminem.
Exactly. I think
So
it's going
to-
to do well
so-
for him.
So to your point, yes.
Yeah, it's going to do well for him. If I'm him, I cash in. I'm cashing in. I'm cashing out. So, I mean, he might drop something on the EP.
Did
We have to wait
you
and see.
did you hear about him getting booed off stage?
Where?
Yes, he got. Who was he performing
He
with?
was opening up for Fall Out Boy.
Fall Out Boy. That's what.
And
it
he
was.
posted a picture actually on his Instagram of him flipping off the camera
the whole crowd
with the
flipping off
Killshot shirt on,
Yeah.
and with the crowd doing it too. But apparently, what happened was he told the crowd, "Hey, let's put your middle fingers up," and then he turned around, took his shirt off, and they snapped the picture. So they didn't know, but he got booed off stage while he was doing that song.
No shit.
And there was actually comments. There was somebody did put a collage together of comments of people that were actually at the show, like basically saying, "You fronting, this is not your crowd. We were here. We know what went on."
Mm-hmm.
They explained what Lone said. You whack. Like it was crazy.
smoke and mirrors.
Better hurry up, man.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. You better
Hurry
hurry
up.
up. Hurry
Hurry
up. All right, so let's pay some bills real quick. Shout out to Coleman Dental 317-255-8546. BringingDownTheBand.com. Shout out to Printfinity as well. No Bad Ideas. They have laced us again. I think I like this one. I might could.
I think it's a pizza.
Pizza? Is that a pizza?
Definitely Bud Leaves.
Okay. Pizza with bud leaves. We'll call it that.
The pizza with Bud Leaves.
Yeah.
But
That's
I
dope,
think
though.
I that's what they were telling me. I think, but
Word. Shout out to Team Backpack as well. We appreciate you guys.
I don't really see the pizza. But I mean,
I kind of do. I see
You're just
the
hungry,
crust.
aren't you?
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Maybe
You
that's
start
what that
seeing
is.
the
stuff.
crust.
Wouldn't
Oh yeah,
that
there it
defeat
is.
it though? If you're eating pizza with Bud on it, then what's going to be your munchy food? Because if you continue to eat that, it's
You
not
gon-
going to satisfy,
You could
right?
be messed up.
I think you'd be messed up, but
Yeah.
Oh, man,
It's all good.
It's like you know, the memes where somebody thinks about something when they high.
yeah.
They're kind of looking off into like, damn, I'm eating a pizza with weed on it.
It sounds like we
And
should.
I'm trying to satisfy
Do you like this
my
one?
high.
You want this?
My foot, nah, I'm cool.
How about you go to our Patreon / New Old Heads and sign up, and perhaps you can
Throw
get
us
a
a
raffle
dollar
to
or
get one
two
of
or
these.
3 or 4 or 5
we have-
in this vinyl raffle. Or
So we
something.
have actually quite a few. Just real quick, as we're segueing, we have quite a few hat raffle slots still open if you want to be in our monthly hat raffle for
Yes.
No Bad Ideas.
People
And-
actually do win. So
Yeah, they do.
we will get you your merch.
And we are working out I don't want to announce it quite yet, but we're working out a really cool partnership with a store
Yes.
to do different vinyl giveaways. So that's going to be coming very, very soon. So we're actually going to be expanding our vinyl raffle. So
That should be fun. So you guys stay tuned for the details for that. We will be dropping them as they come in.
but please sign up. Even if you listen to us say this over and over again, you can literally just go there and sign up. It'd be really great.
Tell somebody else to sign up.
Yeah, tell a friend. It helps us grow, and you guys get a chance to be involved with some dope stuff that we offer as well. So this is a good time.
Helps us buy equipment.
Yes, equipment is what we need to make this thing possible. Shout out to Red August as well. He's in the building, helping us with them angles out here in these streets. Pay that man. I missed him.
We ain't out here trying to pay child support.
No.
And support our habits and stuff like
we
this.
would-
You know, this is for
Literally
the show.
putting it 100% back into everything that we have. So
Yeah, so y'all help us out so we won't be on food stamps
Cool.
as a podcast. All right, so Kanye,
who we hating on next?
we're gonna hate on Kanye for a little
Oh
bit.
yeah, that's one of my
I'm
favorites.
coming to DJ J. Yeah, I'm coming to DJ J Diff because
What I do.
he
what
has
I
a
do.
place. Well, I don't know if that place is still there, but I know you are somewhat of a Ye fan. I know some things have changed, so I want to run this by you.
There's
Ye,
a glimmer of hope.
that's what I want. That's why I want to run this one at you. First of all, Kanye has been in the shot a lot. He was on GCI, Power 92, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, doing those interviews and all that. So
Maybe he's been listening because people have been saying
maybe he has. Like, well, there's two parts. Part of it makes me think he has because he's like, yo, I'm moving to Chicago
I'm gonna stay in
and
Chicago.
I'm not leaving. I'll take that with a grain of salt, but he might be back in the shot.
I don't know if Kim going for that.
I don't think Kim is going either. She had a picture of Harold's with like a waffle on the side too, and I was like, Harold's don't sell waffles.
Well, they didn't have any mild sauce.
Oh God.
I think that was the.
Kanye had her out there bad with that. You gotta do Harold's right. But here's some positives. So he mentioned Good Ass Job, right, which was supposed to be the 4th album in his lineup for his album.
His discography.
It was after graduation.
Yeah, it's supposed to be
okay.
Good Ass Job.
Good ass job.
But he decided to do the joint project with Chance the Rapper, which is gonna be called Good Ass Job. And I saw videos of him in the studio. He had G Herbo with him. I saw Mickey Halstead. I saw Ron Fest. and I saw him riding around with Bump J.
I saw that too.
So all of these things to me are a positive in the right direction. I've been seeing him kick it with GLC. You talked about Don C. So
These are Chicago people, for those that don't know.
Yeah, these are heavy Chicago hitters. Like Mickey Halstead is a legend, man. Like all these guys.
Chicago people that Kanye was messing with when Kanye was Kanye.
Yeah, we talking about
for real.
For real. We talking to Ryan Fest Road Jesus Walks, that guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Shouts to the 606 God.
Yes, sir. Yo, Brown, we see you. So Bump J and the Goon Squad, all those dudes are legends in the shot. So I'm coming to you, Terrence. With that being said,
he said Terrence, so he's serious about whatever he's about to say.
When I call you Terrence, I got a real question for you. Now, with these recent sightings of people with Kanye and legit homies and Chi-Town homies being around him and a lot of Chicago access and being there, is there truly a glimmer of hope? Does this make you feel better? Because he also said he's dropping an album on 9/29 named Yandhi.
Yeah.
Which is a trash name to me. Your thoughts, Terrence?
Okay, so it's cool.
I thought you knew the
This
grits.
is what I'm thinking, man.
Okay.
All right, so it's all I know Kanye though, bro. That's the problem. I know Kanye. I know what he's doing. Had to whisper like your guy.
The Flex?
Like Flex. I know what he's doing.
The 98% of these dudes is cow.
Yeah. I don't know if that was relevant.
It don't matter though. He's still right though.
We haven't played it in a while.
He's still right though. Yeah.
But Kanye is he didn't really drop a dud when he had to roll out back in June.
Okay.
But
Jay Moore shaking his head. Go ahead.
But things aren't going as well as I think he saw it and planned it and imagined, especially with rubbing elbows with Trump and wearing the MAGA hat and his comment about slavery, and you know what I'm saying? Remember, he got on WGCI and cried about it. We never talked about that, but he cried a little bit.
I actually thought he looked more human than he has in a long time when he was at GCI.
I mean,
That's just my opinion.
he kind of addressed some things which I can G for, like as far as family and him being kind of out of that loop, which brings him back to Chicago. I think he's feeling good. He's feeling the high of being in Chicago right now.
Okay.
He's obviously got a new project coming out. He wants to gain some more of his followers back, some more of his fans. He wants to show you a different light. I'm back on my Chi-Town shit. You know what I'm saying?
That was going to be part 2 of my question to you. Is this also a part of a rollout?
It definitely is a part of a rollout.
Okay.
There's no way that it's not, because like I was literally watching the Emmys when they were on, and I seen the commercial with Saturday Night Live when it showed appearance by Kanye West. I'm like, he's not performing nothing off of that last album.
I hope.
And then
not.
immediately, like it's like a Sans disc or a floppy drive.
Kind of like Yeezus, kind of, but it
Well,
was.
the Yeezus was a CD.
But it's just a clear CD. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
This is more of the floppy drive,
disk.
floppy disk drive.
Yep.
And I seen that pop up, and then I seen what's the name of it again?
Yandhi.
So instead of Yeezus,
Lone loves that name.
we going with Yandhi.
Just be yourself, man.
Yeah.
I think he is being himself. That's the problem.
Yeah, self-absorbed weirdo.
Fair
He's
take.
being himself.
Fair take.
This is Kanye we talking about here. So you never know what Kanye you're gonna get.
You're not Gandhi. You're not Jesus. You are Kanye West.
What Travis Scott say?
What'd he say?
I don't
What'd
know.
he
He
say?
mumbles.
Travis Scott does.
Wow.
He has great fucking tracks though. You can't front on his tracks.
Hey, whoever the production on his
production
album
is nuts.
he got laced on the production. Now he did get laced on that production.
No, he said,
Some
"Quit
good
trying to be
songwriting, too.
God. Stop trying to be God."
Oh well.
Yeah, but nah, Kanye, he's up to something. I don't think he's about to just stay in Chicago though.
Nah, I didn't buy that.
He's out there feeling that energy. The people are loving that he's there because he hasn't been there in years. You know what I'm saying?
So that's what you mean by you say you know Kanye too well.
Yeah.
That this is leading up to something, that it's all part of something.
But it may be some good to come out of it, because remember when Ken was getting that rhyme fest about the whole Donnell situation. If they're going out there and actually are going to do something with the community, that's dope. You know what I'm saying?
No question.
He's talking about teaching classes at the Art Institute of Chicago, and
Does the Art
getting
Institute of
involved.
Chicago know about this?
That's a good question.
I mean, they might.
That's
I don't know.
a damn good question.
I don't know.
Actually,
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah,
He'll just say
Kanye
stuff.
will start saying stuff like, "Yeah,
The
but
thing about it is, with his
teaching
position,
football class at Soldier Field."
his position, he can pretty much do whatever the hell he wants to do in Chicago.
That, sir, is a fact. That is a fact.
I mean, he's like Oprah in Chicago.
That's a fact.
You think? Still?
Well,
Yes,
I don't know about Oprah.
I bet
don't know about
he's
Oprah.
he's definitely protected.
Oh, he got to worry.
Well,
I don't think he got to
He
worry
gotta
about
worry
none of
about
that. He got to worry
nothing.
about none of that. But I don't know about Oprah though. Oprah is. We talking about.
I mean, Oprah is Oprah, but
See,
Kanye.
Kanye is born and bred bred there. So
That's what I'm
he's
saying.
to your point, he's always gonna be the homie. Like he's gonna have no problems moving around that city. So you're right about that.
I see what you're saying.
Mhm.
But yeah, Oprah, that's another level though. To just for conversation. Jay Moore, tell me about it, man, because Terry seems like there might be a glimmer.
Look,
Maybe.
I think part of this, he's going back to Chicago.
I'm coming to
because
you, Lone.
Hollywood Ye, that's what I'll call him, Hollywood Ye.
Calabasas ass, yeah.
You know,
Nice. Red August, put a pin in that for me,
let's
please.
just be honest. Like those 4 albums, if that's what you want to call them, that were put out earlier this year. Okay,
Pusha and Tiana was nice.
yeah, they were nice, but you know what? The culture.
I second that.
The
Nice
culture
EPs.
moves on so fast, and he's from an era where, okay, when Kanye West puts out something, we're breathing that in for maybe 6 to 9 months because of the singles and the impact and the videos. And here it is, we had moved on from his project less than a month later.
Man.
Less than a week later.
I mean, it wasn't really getting run on the radio.
Not at
We
all.
don't play any of his records in the clubs. None of his new records. And this is because Kanye and I are separated by a few months, but we're the same age. And the thing is, and that age is 41. And the thing is, at 41, you can kind of see it slipping away as far as what hip hop is and where your position in the game. Like, things move very, very quickly.
Way
and
faster.
He's out there trying
And
to play
he's-
vampire.
It's very hard. I mean, say what you will. I mean, like Jay with the 444, he basically made an adult contemporary hip hop album.
He did.
But it worked.
But it worked because
worked.
of the subject matter, and it was something people were really looking for. But
It matched
when
him.
you
It definitely matched him.
when you're
Well said.
41 and some of the stuff, I'm like, this not like this him and this new Lil Pump record, and I'm not just hating on it because it's Lil Pump, but there's a mean-spiritedness to kind of the way it sounds. Like, and there's a level of misogyny in a lot of hip hop, but like it's the difference between going to the strip club and giving the girl a dollar bill, putting it in a G-string, and balling up the dollar bill and just throwing it at her. That's what Kanye West and Lil Pump song is. I saw it firsthand to where like women heard the chorus and were like, we're not here for this, and walked out. Like, it took the DJ like 5 songs to get the crowd back.
Yeah, see, Kanye he's not maturing in the game.
That's
And
well
that's
said.
the reason why I said he's playing that vampire role. He keeps trying to go back and get this young sound and pull out these young cats and get them with him, and then kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Ride
His-
the wave.
The
Is he
song
riding
with
the
Lil
wave?
Pump sounds younger than Gold Digger.
True.
So it's almost like they need to flip spots. So the Such a Fucking Hoe should have came out when Gold Digger came out, and the song out right now should be Gold Digger.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's like he was more mature then
Then he
Than
is
than
now.
he is now.
The thing
And that's
is,
with the
far as-
family and everything.
Yeah.
Jump in, Long.
I don't even hate that song.
I don't hate it either.
I don't,
which is-
I don't
which
hate-
is
but
crazy.
I'm cool.
But I'm telling people because I put it on my social media. I said, DJs, this song is dead on arrival.
I saw you post that.
And
yeah.
and someone said, I didn't see this post until today, and that's exactly what happened.
I heard it and I was listening to it and I was like, okay, Lil Pump, Kanye. And they got me a little bit because the video was funny.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, let me listen. And it's only a 2-minute song.
Yeah.
Right.
2 minutes like flat. I was like, Lil Pump's Lil Pumping. All right, cool.
Lil Pumping.
Red August, put a pin in that for me, please.
We
a
gotta
whole lot
stop
of
this pin
pins
shit.
tonight.
No more fucking pins. Okay?
No, I want to save that, man. Lil Pump's pumping. That's
we
dope.
don't have any fucking pin boards back here.
He still Red August move his hand like this every time I say it.
Yeah,
It's mental.
mentally.
Imagination Station.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Fucking light bright. It's just, I heard it. I think what I liked about it wasn't necessarily the content. It was like Kanye, like
It was.
but it
That's
was.
why I said it should have came out earlier.
That's what I mean. Like it felt like it was him. He seemed happy,
He did.
and that part of it I liked.
He's
I don't
poking fun at himself. You see, he had on those short ass sandals that he had wore,
That was funny. I laughed
but he
at
had
that.
on a big ass pair of them when he
Yeah.
had the block outfit on.
It just I don't know. It just seemed more authentic
Yeah.
than where he's been at, and so from that perspective, I was like, okay, I can kind of like this. I mean, the chorus and all that shit. I'm cool off a lot of that.
I'm cool.
But the beat wasn't. It was all right.
It was a fun song.
It's cool.
It's
cool.
It's
I'm
cool.
curious. Like I
It'll
don't
be
want.
over in 2 weeks.
I don't.
Yeah.
Well, everything is now.
Yeah.
I mean, Killshot will be done in 3 days.
Yep.
So
I don't
we're
know.
not-
His stands ain't going for it.
we didn't talk about his stands either.
Yeah.
And those stands are extra.
But
But
no mistake.
on both
about it.
sides, though. On both sides.
Yeah,
But anyways,
both sides.
But yeah, I'm curious to where Kanye is going to go. I'm curious to watch a little bit, only because Kanye is,
He's Kanye.
he's the potential. Like he hasn't. To me, he hasn't been himself in like a decade almost.
That's a fact.
and that's why people keep trying to see what he's putting out.
But he was himself for a very long time. And normally, when we follow artists like this, they'll be maybe they're dope in the beginning, and then they'll have a stage where they fall off a little bit, and then they'll come back strong at the end or something. But Kanye's had a really long fall off stage for me. Like it's been like 8 years. So for me,
the last thing he put out.
When
good
did Watch
to-
the Throne come out?
I didn't like that. So My Dark Twisted Fantasy was the last one.
That's
that
the
I
last time he
liked.
put out something that
when I
was
was
amazing.
like, when I was like, Kanye is doing Kanye
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Watch the Throne, fine. If you like that, that's cool.
I actually like Watch the Throne.
There are songs on there, but we've
There
had
was
this
songs
discussion
on there,
20
yeah,
times on here.
definitely.
So, but it's been about 8 years since I was impressed by Kanye West, and so I'm looking to be impressed because I know he's talented. I know he can do it. I don't know if he has it in himself to do it, and he's been going through his spiritual stuff that he's been going through, and
His homecoming.
who knows?
I think that's part of the homecoming too.
I'll
He's
wait-
trying to tap into something.
He might be, and I'll wait for him to impress me. I'm not going to go out and look for it, but if I hear something, then I'll be like, okay, cool.
Couple weeks, we'll see what happens.
I actually think the resurgence of him and I guess going in the positive direction is going to come after whatever this thing is on the 29th. That sounds like it's going to be something. I hate to judge it, but I'm just going off his track record.
I got a prediction too.
That sounds like something that's going to be one of those. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Him and Chance, to me, that has potential to actually be good. But that's just me. I think it has potential to be good.
It has potential to be terrible too, though.
Man, really,
I mean,
really bad.
It does. I mean,
But
it does.
the
but
production I seen them doing when they were chopping the Michael Jackson
That was not it.
Jackson 5 shit, you didn't like that?
I didn't like. It seemed forced.
I wasn't impressed either.
Well, that's just a stem. That's just like a little taste. You didn't really hear
Nah.
nothing. All you heard was a chop.
If it's going along, if he's chopping it like that, and that's going to
Then-
be anything a
then-
part of it,
Then it's a no.
that ain't it.
Mhm.
That ain't it.
I like the idea of chopping that, but what I heard was like,
I don't think that's it.
that's just my opinion based
Yeah.
on that. But I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
with him on
I'm
that.
still curious. Like I like Chance. I
Mhm.
like Kanye, kind of. I'm curious what they're going to do together. I want to hear the best Chance. I want to hear the best Kanye. You know, I don't want to hear the dumbed down. Let me see how many records I can sell.
Yep.
I want to hear the Kanye that was trying to impress everybody. The one that was trying to get signed.
Chip
the one,
on his shoulder.
The one that
Yeah.
loved Jay-Z.
Yeah.
That wanted to do more than make beats. I can rap too.
The guy
Like,
who made beats for Ghostface Killer but wound up giving them to Jay-Z.
Right.
Yeah.
That guy. Yeah.
The dude that was making beats for Scarface and
Yeah.
Benny Siegel
Dilated
before you even knew who he
Peoples and
was.
Slum Village.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. I want to see that dude.
He's still in there somewhere. It's just a matter of
here's my prediction.
yes, sir.
all his songs are going to be 2 minutes. Between 2 minutes and 2 minutes and 30 seconds,
Are they
or
gonna
less.
Be 7? They're going to be more than 7 songs?
He might put out more than 7 songs, but I don't think so.
I think he's going to give us 12.
I think the Chance joint is going to be another one of the short rollouts with the short records.
We'll see.
I think that formula didn't work. I think he's going to move on from that.
You think so?
I think so.
Okay.
If he's smart, he's going to abandon that.
I think everything is going to be short. I'm with Lone on that, but I'm still thinking EP-ish, 7-8 joints. I don't think he's going to do anything close to like a Full Boy. Yeah. But one thing is for sure, we definitely going to find out.
We get everything? Or did we supposed to clown Ja Rule real quick?
His dumb. Let me see here. Hold on.
Let's clown his dumb ass. Yeah. He thinks he's the LeBron James of the rap game.
Yeah, let me find.
Tell
me a little bit about it. I'm going to try to find it.
I'm going to find the quote. I'm pulling Jamal Mashburn or something.
Wow, see.
Yeah. Well, Jamal Mashburn actually did pretty well to be in the NBA.
Well, yeah, for a while.
Especially off the court now. I mean, he got a nice little portfolio. He definitely does.
Aaron McKee.
I see.
Well, Ja Rule is out here pretty much kind of floating off the M steam because M mentioned him.
Steve Francis.
Great player. I don't know where that came from.
I'm trying to think of somebody that had maybe he did have you could say Ja
Francis
Rule
was
had
there.
a championship
he
year.
Was
he definitely had a championship.
I'll give him that. But to say LeBron James,
Steve Francis was there.
That's about sustained excellence, and that's not what Ja Rule did.
I'm gonna premise what he said for the most part. He pretty much was saying that with M pretty much talking about him, he realizes how great he was now, how much of a god he was that everybody had to pretty much jump on him to get him out of the game.
I got it.
I don't think we need it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's basically what he said.
He pretty much had to jump on him to get out of the game.
This is colder than what he's saying.
And it's colder than what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just kind of making it brief.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you want to give us the full synopsis?
No, I ain't going to do it now. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I don't want to
read us the lecture notes.
Have to cite it. But he was just on Twitter going off, and then, of course, the fans let him have it. Because, who are you to say that you're LeBron James of all
That would
NBA
be Jay-Z,
players?
Right? That'd probably be Jay-Z.
Jay-Z,
when you talk about
Jay-Z, we have a lot of championships.
You talk about sustained greatness.
Yeah.
To the point where, even people who hate Jay-Z have to check out what he's doing just so they can hate on it. And I feel that's closer to what LeBron James is. Because people will be
Longevity.
because people will be like, I can't stand LeBron James. When is he coming on?
He's out his damn mind, though, to your point. He's delusional.
Yeah, he crazy.
Nobody even cared about Bam like that, man.
Nobody.
Unless I ain't know if I'm wrong. Y'all know better. Nobody cared about dude. No. Not like that. What
people did.
But were they coming at his head like they do LeBron?
Nah, nobody. The only person that came at him was 50.
And what happened?
M and D12.
Oh, yeah. Well,
but that's all the same house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I've never seen anybody get either like that.
I'm telling you.
Nobody.
Steve Francis.
Calling him Steve Francis? Steve Francis after the NBA, though, because Steve Francis doesn't look like himself. Have you seen him?
Clyde Drexler. Clyde
ain't never done nothing. Nobody.
He had those two.
Clyde was cold though for a while.
Yeah, I mean, he was. He had a nice little run, and then he had those 2 championship years, and then it was.
But
Sean Kemp.
Clyde was cold in
maybe
Portland.
Sean Kemp.
Sean Kemp after the NBA lockout. Mm-hmm. Remember, he came back. He had gained all that weight.
Oh, he was playing for the Cavs. He was heavy. Yeah,
he had gained all that weight. He wasn't.
I don't think there's anybody.
It's got to be somebody that just stopped.
Just stopped.
Steve Francis.
or
you just woke up one day and they were gone.
Steve
my guy that just walked off the football field.
So that's Devontae Davis.
Devontae Davis.
That's how bad the Bills are. He was like, I can't do this for another half of football. I'm going to put on my clothes and go home.
Hey, when you quit at halftime, that's epic.
In my life, I've never seen things like that.
That's like taking your helmet off and walking out in the middle of a play and just walking straight out.
Just leaving. Bam just quit.
Yeah, I would have watched football just to see that.
He heard the halftime adjustments and was like, that's not going to work.
They was already
out of here.
But they was already getting smoked in that game, so it was like, I can't take this no more, man.
This is what we're going to do?
He had to come to God meeting then.
These adjustments are trash. I'm about to
already
quit.
Made my money. Let me not beat my body up anymore. I have no time for this.
Yeah.
Hey, man, enjoy your retirement, brother. To each his own.
If you're listening, Vontae Davis, we love you.
Yeah, come to the show, man. We got a spot for you.
You need to have a conversation with Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, as my granny used to say, Ja Rule need to sit down somewhere.
He sit his ass down.
Ass
somewhere.
down. Jay Moore, we got anything popping before we get out of here?
Let's see. Of course, Thursday night going to be at Tiki Bob's with DJ Lemmy Vice and DJ Gabby Love. Kind of the kickoff for. I just found this out. It's Circle City Classic this weekend.
Wow,
that's true.
Wow, did not know that. But yeah, found that out today. Friday, I'm going to be at Sideline Sports Pub in Avon with my man DJ Fly Tie.
Nice.
And a whole bunch of other cats that are going to have a real good time out there. And of course, Saturday, we're going to be at Orange hanging out for the 100th episode of the New Old Heads.
Yep.
Indeed.
And Thursday night is the build, actually, as well.
Yes.
So
we got anything popping or just
Just everything he just said.
okay?
I will be DJing at Coach's next Tuesday.
I like
so,
that.
Y'all won't hear us until after that, so come
Yeah.
check us out.
Yes, that's gonna be dope. All right, so shout out to the sponsors before we get out of here. Coleman Dental 317-255-8546.
6.
Bringing down the band.com as always is the hub. Printfinity, support your local businesses. They have a lot of great things going on. Can't wait till you see their featured artists.
About to level up on that ass.
Yes, Team Backpack as well. We appreciate you. And always, No Bad Ideas, we appreciate you guys for lacing us. That is going to conclude episode 99. And next time we come back, it will be episode 100.
That buck.
Yes, sir. We appreciate everybody that's rocked with us.
Come see us at Orange.
Thank you.
Come check us out at Orange. And
we'll be there. We might even give you a party favor or something.
Yeah.
Who knows?
We might have some
It'll
things.
be fun.
If you sign up for Patreon, we really might have some things.
We definitely got some.
Actually, you know what? If people sign up there, we can definitely do some giveaways.
Okay. So you already
got
here.
some things.
Yeah, come out to Orange, sign up for Patreon. Get that work. We'll see y'all. Peace.